Hey guys, it's Carrie with Viewership, and today I want to show you how to create quick and easy customizable thumbnails for your YouTube channel. So let's hop right into it. We here at Viewership use Canva, and Canva is an online design platform where I believe you can have a free account. We obviously have a paid account, but you can get onto Canva and you can design just about anything that you want, from posters to ads, Facebook posts. But today we're going to focus on YouTube thumbnails. There are many other design platforms, but we've found that Canva is the most intuitive and the easiest. And it's definitely, they have a lot of templates, so you can go in, look at templates, find out what you like, and really, really quickly you can create eye-catching, eye-popping thumbnails. So what you do when you get to Canva is you dig through their templates, and I clicked on YouTube, so we're in the YouTube thumbnail template. It's got the dimensions that you need, and they have all these templates, and it's really great because you can scroll through and you can find inspiration, or you can actually just use one of these templates if something really speaks to you. So if you're a lifestyle YouTuber or a gamer or you're a blogger, you can find all kinds of templates that are really great and eye-catching. Another thing that Canva just introduced recently is some of these thumbnail templates come in sets. Yeah, here's one of three. This is really cool. I like this one a lot. So they have 3 different designs in here. So it automatically helps you kind of switch things up, but keep things in the same color scheme, the same pattern. Let's scroll through this again. That's really, really cool. So if you click, let's see if there are any other sets of thumbnails. And a lot of these are free. As you can see, some of their premium content will cost you like $1 or $2, depending. Free. Oh, that's neat. But let's go ahead. I want to go back to that set of 3, and we'll pick it, and I'll show you what you can do. All right. So let's click on this template right here, and then it shows us the 3 designs that come in this set. So let's use this for example. And what you want to do, once you've picked a design that you like, you don't have to stick with this color scheme. So let's say I really like this design and I want to use this for my how to make a thumbnail template here. So what I'm going to do is click on the text, and then you can create this text. You can turn it into whatever you want. So we can do quick and easy thumbnail, if I could spell, thumbnail design. And you want to keep the words, I would say, pretty minimal. If you get too wordy, people tend to, it doesn't catch eyes as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop it down to say easy thumbnail design. And then I'm going to double click on the text to highlight all of it. And up here, you'll see this is your font. If you click the drop down menu, you could change the font if you wanted to. So let's change it to League Spartan. So there you've got some nice white bold text. I'm going to pop back to the original design, and I'm going to increase the size here. And you can increase the size either by, actually, let me go back and highlight the text. So you can either drag the text box to increase the font size, or if you highlight the font, you can click on this drop down up here and you could drop your text back down to 48. I actually liked it bigger, so I'm just gonna Command C. Oop, nope, that didn't work. Let's drag it again. Let's drag this box. I want to move thumbnail down to the next line. So I just put my cursor in there, press the enter button again. easy thumbnail design. That's a little too big. Let me highlight. Where did I have it? I had it at 72. That's nice. There we go. Okay, so there's our font. There are other ways to add text to these thumbnails. If you go over here to the menu, on the left-hand side, you can click on text and it'll allow you to add a heading. You just click on it. This is all very intuitive. And there you go. There's a text box. You can click on the text box, drag it around, place it anywhere you like. Click on it again, hit delete. Well, that just deleted. Delete up here on the top right. There we go. It's gone. So it makes it really easy. And then they also have some templates in here. So let's say you like how this looks. The congrats, the different fonts. You can click on that and it'll pop over here. Then you can, again, drag this around. You can double click on the word congrats. Let's say you want it to be bright pink. You click on your little text box up here, the text color box. Click on it. We can change it to yellow. We can change it whatever color we want. We have some brand colors over here, but if we click on this plus, this gives us a color wheel. You can drag and play with the colors. If you have a very specific font, that's how you add text. And I'm going to delete this because I don't want all this text in here. I'm happy with the text we have. But that's just a real quick and dirty way to add text. If we go back over to our menu on the left, you can add photos, which is what we have in here. This little, I am going to zoom out of this. I'm going to drop it down to 25% so I can see my full text box, because this is just taking up a little bit too much space. All right, there we go. I want to play with this photo right here. So what you can do is go over to photos, and let's say we want a video camera to represent making thumbnails. And what I would suggest doing if you're on a tight budget is clicking on free, and that'll filter through all the photos on Canva. And you can look through the free photos. This is cute. This is, this looks like a YouTuber. She's in front of a camera. And we can shrink it if we want. You just click on the corners, drag, expand. You can also crop it. So I like that. And I'm going to click on this image in the back because that's part of the template. And I don't necessarily want that, but what I do want to look at is if you double click on the image, it will show you the full image. And this is the crop that we're working with. I want to click on, so I'm clicking on the image and I want to see what filter they have on this image, because I sort of like, let me see. If I click on adjust, I can see the filter code. So if you really like a filter that's on an image that you see in a template, you can click on the image, click on adjust, and you'll see the filter code. And what I like to do sometimes is copy the filter code. So Control C, then I'm going to go back to the image I picked. Well, that's not the right filter, or it could be. Oops. I'm going to click on my image, click on adjust, and then paste the filter code in. Oh yeah, and it gives it like a pink hue. Okay, we'll roll with it. You can also choose from filters. It looks a lot like Instagram. Peony, there's Dare, ooh, that's kind of nice. Retro. So you can play around with filters, but what we want to do is just be real quick about this if you're in a time crunch. All right, so we've got an image that represents, I'm going to move the text around a little bit. Let's move it up here. Move our picture down here, make it a little bit smaller. Easy thumbnail design. And you just click and drag until you're kind of happy with your placement. And then another cool thing you can do, these elements here, the sphere, this little circle, and the square, you can also, if you click on them, you'll see the color scheme. So let's say this is just, these aren't your brand colors, you want to change the color. So we click over here, click on the little color squares, and it'll allow you to change the colors. So we have our viewership brand colors pre-populated over here. This is something you can do with a paid Canva membership. But if, let's say you don't, you can go and click, I want to change that yellow to, what do I want to change the yellow to? How about a blue? There. I like that. It's a little more subtle. I'm going to move my text over here for a moment while I play with the sphere. I'm going to change the yellow to a blue, and it'll automatically populate the blue you just used. So I'm going to choose that again. And then I'm going to go down to this little circle, select it, and change the yellow to blue as well. Okay, so now I've changed my colors. I've added in a picture. If I wanted to add a little more to this thumbnail, I could go into elements. And this is where you can find grids, you can find shapes. If you wanted to add in another shape, you can find frames. They do have stickers, which aren't going to work on thumbnails, but they're fun to play with if you're designing for social media. So let's get an arrow in there. So if you click on search and you type in arrow, you get a variety of arrows to choose from. I am going to go with, you can scroll on and on and on, and you can get arrows that already have colors in them. Anything you can imagine. I'm going to go with, I took all the yellow out of this image. I want to add some yellow back in just to give it a pop, a nice big bright pop of color. So if you click on the arrow you want, it'll show up over here. You can drag to adjust the size. Another thing you can do is rotate. If you click on the little rotate button, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, adjust it a little more, and then I'm going to put some yellow back in. Maybe our gold. I like that. And then I'm not quite sold on this font. It's nice, but I think I want something that's going to just stand out a little bit more. I like the white. So let's go with League Spartan because that's a bold, easy thumbnail design. There we go. And I'm going to make it just a smidge bigger. Drag it out a little more. Another cool thing you can do on Canva with your text is you can spread out the letters, and then you can decrease the line spacing as well. So if you click on spacing up here and play with your line height, I'm going to squeeze it just a little bit more so I can increase the font size a little bit more. So I just double clicked and did a Command A to highlight all of my text so I can adjust the size. Let's see what happens when we go to 80. Cool. There we go. Now we're talking. This space feels a little blank over here, so maybe I'll move my text down so I can grab the sphere. Maybe I'll move this sphere over here. We're getting there. And then you can make it a little bit bigger, adjust it. So not everything has to be You know, this entire circle doesn't have to be included in the image. It's kind of a cool effect. Make this, drag my text around until I'm happy with it. And when you're happy with your design, you head up to the right corner here. You'll see download, and you can click on download. I always suggest PNG, and it's already got the thumbnail size in here for you. It automatically populates. You just click download. You prepare your design, and it will show up in your downloads folder. And truly, I mean, you can mess around with thumbnails all day long, but if you want something quick, easy, customizable, Canva is a really great way to go. It's super fast, super intuitive. Like I said, there are templates in there for you. Great way to go into 2020 with a strategy for your thumbnail design. And then if you add a new page and we go back to our templates, for our next thumbnail, we can pick, let's say, this design out of the set, and then our thumbnails are getting a similar look, a similar feel. It's congruent, it's identifiable, and eye-catching. So your viewers will quickly and easily be able to identify you and your thumbnails, your channel's thumbnails, when they're on YouTube scrolling through and when you pop up in search. So it's definitely a great idea to stick with the theme, and you can always change up your theme, but stick with it for a while and see how it goes and test things out. Test out, you know, if you don't have your brand colors yet, try out different colors. Try out text only thumbnails. Try yourself in the thumbnail. Expressive faces get more clicks in thumbnails. So give it a whirl. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have questions down in the comments. And I will see you in the next video.